Hello and welcome back to the Football Chat, and we're here today for Premier League predictions. It's game week 32, just 6 more game weeks left now until the end of the season. We're very much now reaching the conclusion of this season, 6 weeks left. But this could be, I think, the turning point, the decisive moment in the season.
It's the biggest game week of the season.
I mean, you've got the biggest game. It's saved till last, which I think is fitting for the magnitude of the fixture. And of course, we've got 9 other fixtures to get into before that, though. So should we just jump right into it? Of course, none live, unfortunately, this weekend since we are away. But we'll be back with live action as soon as we get back from our little trip. So, Friday. We haven't seen Friday night football in a while, I think. But we have it here, and it's Newcastle versus Wolves, 8 o'clock on the Friday night. And I think this will be a very good game. You've got Newcastle,
They're playing well,
who were on an unbeaten run of about 9 games, something like that.
Yeah,
it was quite decent. Then, of course, they lost to Chelsea
and destroyed by Tottenham
2-1 or something, and then complete capitulation in a 5-1 demolition job.
Like an Eddie Howe relegation team to go 1-0 up and then concede 5.
Yeah, I don't think they'll be too concerned though, because I think as much as they're still in the relegation scrap, I think they realise they have the quality to see themselves out of it. And Chelsea and Tottenham are 2 games they're expected to lose. Wolves, I think it could go either way here, but Wolves are a very tough opponent.
Wolves are doing well, but they've got it very easy against Villa.
Well, Wolves are now turning themselves into European football candidates. Very much just like a few more good results and a few more slip-ups for United and West Ham. Because West Ham didn't slip up the weekend just gone, but still, they've been pretty patchy recently. So I think if Wolves continue on their steady form, they could take advantage of United and West Ham struggling.
I do think you have to look at Tottenham and Arsenal as well.
I think those 2 are clear now. I think they're fourth. Well. I think they're 4th and 5th.
Arsenal got because I was talking to an Arsenal fan about it today, and we'll probably get into Arsenal in a bit, but they're saying, it doesn't matter that they lost 3-0 to Palace because they've got games in hand. But if they play like they did against Palace in those games in hand, then that's not going to matter. But yeah, Wolves are definitely going for Europe.
I think they have a point though. I think Palace are one of the most underrated sides in the Premier League. I don't think their league position is representative of the quality of their squad.
Yeah, no. But they actually Arsenal's still got to go though to like Chelsea, for example, West Ham, United.
Yeah, I get that, but equally Tottenham have still got to play Arsenal.
If Wolves are going to catch anyone, it's probably going to be United or West Ham.
Exactly. I think Arsenal and Tottenham are now pretty much clear from it. Tottenham in really good form. Arsenal have been in really good form. Just one bad game. I don't think I'm suddenly going to go, Arsenal are going to finish 9th now. It's one difficult match. They happen.
Arsenal thing to do though. Be ungrateful and lose one game out of nowhere and then just finish 9th.
Should we focus on the game in hand? We'll get on to Arsenal in a mo. But Newcastle versus Wolves, what are you going to say for the prediction for the first game of this game week?
I'm going to say 2-1 Wolves.
Oh.
Yeah. I think Newcastle, as you said, they won't be worried about the losses to Chelsea and Tottenham, but I think they'll lose here and then they'll start to worry a little bit.
I don't think Wolves is a big concern though, because Wolves are playing really good football at the moment. I also think Wolves are going to win. I'm actually going to go a little bit bigger though. I'm going to go for a 3-0 Wolves win. Newcastle at home, I don't think that'll have too much of an effect. It could. Not doubting that St James's Park is a fortress at times, and if Newcastle set up that way and have the crowd behind them and go like that, they could very much take all 3 points on their Friday night. St James's Park under the lights can be a madness, so could go that way.
Wolves, so Wolves goals from Hwang and Cody, and then goal for Newcastle from Joe Willock.
For my 3-0, I'm not going to go Hwang because he got dropped for last game, which I was puzzled by, considering they didn't have Jimenez. They went for Trincao and Fabio Silva instead. Jimenez should be back in the side, right?
Mate, I think,
He's served a 2-game suspension now.
Yes. Yeah.
So will he be back? Will they put him straight back into the side? That'll be interesting to see. My goals, I'm not going to go for any of the strikers though. I'm going to go Neves, Matinho and Cody to get the 3 for Wolves.
Okay.
Right, moving into the Saturday then. Lunchtime kickoff, Saturday morning, 12:30. It's Everton versus Man United. Another team in blue on a Saturday that could cause Man United some trouble, I think. Everton are struggling. Don't doubt that at all. They look like incredibly. They're in incredibly poor form. They look like they're going to get beaten every time they step onto the pitch. But that said, United are a charity team, and they love to lose. They just love it. And if Wolves are going to start making their climb up the table, I think United's capitulation could be the thing that does that. I don't know if Everton will go down, because I think Watford, Burnley and Norwich are all worse. But equally, if Everton look to lose here and Burnley beat Norwich, it's another, it's a different conversation, because Burnley have got so many games in hand, and then you've got Watford playing Leeds as well, which if one of them comes away with 3 points, that could be massive. So if Everton were to lose here at home, they could potentially find themselves in the relegation zone at the end of the day. United, obviously, as I mentioned, drew with Leicester, dropped points, but they haven't got European competition now in the weeks. They'll be able to focus fully on this game. Everton in poor form. What way do you think this is going? Everton obviously playing United. Burnley as well. Okay, that is bold prediction.
Easily. United I think United can play well. They'll want to bounce back after Leicester, and I think Everton are all over the place. Especially defensively. Yeah,
we're recording this before they've played Burnley. Recording this on the Tuesday because we need to record ahead. And so if Everton have lost that, I'm going
to say goals.
It's be terrible.
Goals from Sancho, Fred, and Dalot.
Interesting. Right. Am I going to go for a big one? I think I am, Manchester United 5, Everton 1.
That's all right.
I'm thinking a bit of a complete capitulation.
I was expecting you to go 5-1 Everton.
Yeah. I'm thinking United are just going to play some really nice football for a change. Everyone's going to go, oh, Man United are back. Goldbridge is going, you know what? This isn't too bad.
Your main genius is hosting the World Cup.
Whatever Everton TV is, they'll be furious. But
Everton just have a terrible season. And I love Frank Lampard, but he's gone into a job where
where experience matters in that kind of relegation scrap, and he's not got that experience.
You could do an Allardyce in there.
I think they'll go one up though. I think Everton will go one up. Anthony Gordon getting the goal, and that's going to give his FPL owners and Everton some hope. And then Man United will score 5. I'm thinking a double from Sancho, a goal from Bruno, a goal from Ronaldo, and a goal from Fred to complete the 5-1. Is it
similar to Tottenham Newcastle?
Oh yeah. So go 1 goal up and then lose.
Okay.
In dramatic fashion. On to the first of the 3 o'clocks. It's Arsenal versus Brighton. I feel like we're going quite slowly so far. So should we pick up the pace for this one? Arsenal obviously lost 3-0 to Palace, but overall in good form. Brighton now just inside the top 10. They've had an up and down season. It's been very meh. I think they're pretty stable for 9th, 10th, wherever they are. So it's not a game of massive importance for them. For Arsenal, that they need the 3 points to keep up with Tottenham at the moment. So where do you see this one going?
1-0 Arsenal. I think it's going to be close, but I think a goal from Bukayo Saka will win it for Arsenal.
Seems a decent prediction. Another thing for this game week, because we're recording it so early, we can't take FPL into account because I haven't even sorted out my FPL team. But in light of prospective transfers, I'm going to go Arsenal to win 3-0 with a Saka double and a Lacazette goal. So I don't know who I'm bringing into my team, but it might involve some of them people. I think it's harsh on Brighton though. I think they're decent little side.
Exactly, I think that's why I think it's going to be a close game.
They drew 0-0 with Norwich, so maybe they're not as good as people think, but I rate Graham Potter. I think he should be the England manager.
It's one of those where Arsenal play a bit like they did against Crystal Palace. Brighton are kind of on top, but in true Brighton fashion, they just can't stick it in the back of the net.
Yeah, but they're better at that this season when they've been creating loads of chances.
Like the Norwich game, for example. But and then I think Arsenal just going to nick it with 15 minutes to go.
I'm just going to go for a comfortable Arsenal 3-0 victory. Okay. Pretty routine, pretty standard. It's a scoreline no one really pays any attention to. Right, up next, and it's Southampton versus Chelsea.
Ooh.
Southampton
doing alright.
Yeah, I was trying to remember the last. I was going to say the last game was a pretty nothing one.
And they're playing against a side which are very much out of form.
Without Armando Broja though, so that could that could have a huge impact because obviously he is loan tied. Chelsea needing to bounce back from a 4-1 loss at Brentford. I've realised for the first time in ages I said that because usually I say on predictions, Chelsea need a big win this week. Didn't say that for the Brentford one, they lost. So you know what? I'm thinking Chelsea need a big win here. So I'm gonna go 5-0 Chelsea.
Oh, do I want to be realistic?
Nah, actually I'm not gonna go for that because that's not Southampton don't concede like that. I'm just gonna go 2-0 Chelsea. I'm gonna go Timo Werner and Kai Havertz to the goals.
I'm going to mine Timo to be realistic or just back Chelsea because, they're my team.
Do what you want, but if you go for a Southampton win, I'm not talking to you for the rest of the evening. It's going to make tonight's stream a little bit difficult, but...
I'm going to say 2-1 Chelsea.
And the goals?
Especially away from home. Southampton goal from Walker Peters.
I was so ready if you'd say Broja there.
No.
Forgetting literally what I said a minute ago.
Southampton goal from JWP and like a free kick or something, puts them 1 up. Chelsea are thinking, oh god, here we go.
Not again. KWP then.
No. Oh.
Cheers.
And then Chelsea goals from Kovacic and Pulisic.
Fancying the itches. Right, on to our next game, and it's Watford versus Leeds. Now, both sides are going to need 3 points in this game. This is a game which, if you want to stay in the Premier League next season, you have to win. Watford, Leeds, both teams in relatively poor form. They're not really doing much. As I said, this is a must-win. Which way do you see this one going?
2-0 Leeds.
Oh, you think are you backing Leeds to stay up over Watford?
Yes, definitely. Leeds playing quite well on Jesse Marsh.
I rate Jesse Marsh.
Southampton's quite a good result for Leeds at the end of the day, and I think they'll bounce. They've
got Bamford back now.
And I'm going to say goals from that man Bamford and Rafinha. Standard. Yeah,
purely to play devil's advocate, I'm going to go 3-1 Watford. I'm going to go Dennis to get a double, Kamara to score the other one, just because I'm taking him out of my fantasy team. So he's definitely going to score and keep a clean... In fact, I'm going to go 3-0. He's definitely going to score, assist the other two and keep a clean sheet. Just to really mug me off. Right, on to the last game on the Saturday. It's the late kick-off. It's the 5:30. On Sky Sports, it's Aston Villa versus Tottenham. And we're with the most biased Villa fan ever here.
I'll be sad while I'm sitting in a Chelsea shirt.
Yeah.
No, I'm not going to be biased. I'm going to be really realistic. I hate to say it. 4-1 Tottenham.
Oof. I mean, it makes complete sense. Villa just got packed in by Wolves, a team that
are not playing well at all.
Are on decent form, but certainly not stunning. But yeah, Tottenham just ploughing through teams at the minute. If they can keep on their current trajectory.
Villa go 1 up through Phil Coutinho.
Yeah.
And then Tottenham goals from Kane, Son, Doherty, and Højbjerg.
I'm thinking a bit more of a disaster for Villa here.
Oh no.
I'm going to go 7-0.
7?
Yeah.
That's hard.
I'm thinking an act like a proper Mings gets sent off early. Villa are all over the place. Kane gets a hat-trick. Son gets a brace. And then Bentancur and Doherty score as well.
I would agree with you if Tottenham were at home. But I think Villa at home will play slightly better.
I don't think it matters when Mings gets sent off 5 minutes in because he 2-foots Kane in the box.
No, he wouldn't do that.
He handballs it.
Mings
he catches it.
Mings usually gets like 2 yellow cards if he gets sent off. It's more.
All right, so a minute in, he's going to get a yellow for fouling someone, and then a few minutes later, he's going to make another bad challenge in the box, give away a pen, and Kane's going to hop, skip, jump, and slap it in.
Okay.
I don't know why suddenly Jorginho, but we move. On to the Sunday. Only 4 games left now, and it's Brentford versus West Ham. Brentford, obviously, off the back of a big win over Chelsea. I know, depressing. And West Ham, they're just beating Everton. They're in good form. They want to stay ahead of Manchester United. It's at Brentford. I know they just beat Chelsea, but I don't know. What way do you see this one going?
4-0 West Ham.
So not really backing Brentford to continue their good form then.
No.
Fair enough.
I think Brentford got very lucky. Chelsea scored and then just capitulated.
Big word.
I just think West Ham are going to run riot. I'm going to say 2 from Bowen, 1 from Antonio, and 1 from Ben Johnson.
I'm going to go for a little bit of a Sunday madness.
God, here we go.
I'm going to go 4-3 Brentford.
Oh dear.
In what will go down as one of the games of the season. Thinking VAR controversy, poor penalty calls, missed penalty, retook penalty, scores penalty, stuff like that. I'm going to go Tony 2 for Brentford, then Eriksson and Pontus Jansson. And then for West Ham, I'm going to go Fornals, Masuaku, and...
Bowen.
Yeah, Jared Bowen, sure. Yeah, as I said, absolute chaos, loads of poor refereeing decisions, and what goes down as one of the worst and best games of the season. Best for drama, worst for just being a absolute shit show. Right, we have 3 more games remaining, including that big one at the end. On to the next one, it's Leicester versus Crystal Palace. And you've got so bored of that fixture, you've resorted to going on your phone instead.
I'm going to check the referee for your Brentford West Ham game.
Oh, okay. Cheers. So yeah, Leicester got a big draw against Manchester United. I think they've got a strong side at the moment. Palace, though, in very excellent form. Obviously, came over the 3-0 victory at Arsenal. Do you see any way that this goes other than a big Palace win? Do you want to find the referee first?
No,
Okay.
I think Palace are going to win. But I think it'll be close. I'm going to say 3-1 Palace.
Okay. And the goal scorers?
I'm going to say Zaha, Mitchell, and Elise. And then for Leicester, it'll be Barnes.
Fair enough. Tyrone Mitchell, if you haven't checked out our hidden gems from Monday, make sure to go and do that. But Leicester Crystal Palace, I'm going to go in the similar vein to Brentford West Ham. I'm thinking this could be a bit of a mad day, all in build up for the big one. Leicester Palace, I'm going to go 4-2 Palace. Got goals from Barnes and Maddison for Leicester, and then an Eze hat-trick with Elise grabbing the 4th.
By the way, the referee for your Brentford West Ham madness is Martin Atkinson. Lee Mason's on VAR.
So that could happen then. I don't know if they're good or bad.
No, Atkinson's not. The other thing I have noticed that the City Liverpool ref is Anthony Taylor. It's like they want something.
Yeah, I was going to say. So what minute and play are we going for red card bingo? And before that, though, we have Norwich versus Burnley.
They get at the bottom.
Yeah, if you're not a Norwich or Burnley fan, or a fan of like Watford, Leeds, Everton, that lot, you don't give a toss. But Norwich, Burnley, Norwich at home. Burnley might be complacent with their games in hand. I'm going to back Norwich to win 3-0.
I'm going to say 2-1 Norwich.
Fair enough. Who's getting those goals?
From Sargent and Gilmore, and then Burnley goal Weghorst.
For my 3-0, I'm going to go for a hat-trick for Timu Pukki. I think he's finally going to come up big when it matters most for Norwich.
Yeah.
And yeah, that'll give them a little bit of hope that they could possibly have a tiny chance of staying up. So I guess we'll see. If they lose that, though, they might as well prepare for the Championship. Right, final game of the weekend. What is probably the biggest game left of the season. This means everything unless one of the teams goes on to lose every other game of the season, in which case it means nothing. What are you saying? Are you buying the hype? Are you thinking this is going to be an amazing game?
0-0.
You have just stolen my thunder. I was literally going to go, this is going to be so anticlimactic and be 0-0.
Yeah, it's going to be 0-0, and both teams will go down to 10.
Again, I was going to say the same thing.
And I'm going to say Robbo will get sent off for Liverpool and Rodri for Man City.
I think a little bit of a scrap will break out. Tempers will flare. And I think, depending on whether Curtis Jones or Harvey Elliott's on the pitch, one of them will get sent off. Because if it's Harvey Elliott, he'll probably think he's a little bit too big man.
I also
try and do a madness.
That Klopp
and get
sent
clarted.
to the stands.
Oh, I think they'll both get sent to the stands, have to stand together.
This is a madness. Just take shots.
And yeah, if it was Curtis Jones on the pitch, he'll probably get sent off for just being naff. And then for Man City, the red card's going to go to Phil Foden. I reckon if Foden and Harvey Elliott are both on the pitch, they're going to have a little scrap.
Right.
And Anthony Taylor's going to come in, break it up, pin them both to the ground, and red card them both.
Sure, I can see that happening. And
that would
Anthony
be
Taylor still wouldn't lose his referee licence.
No. It'd be heralded.
He's got done something.
He'll be knighted the week after.
He is such an awful referee. Unbelievable sometimes.
And of course, Man City Liverpool meet again in the FA Cup semis just a week after. Same time, not the same place. In fact, it's not the same time either. It's on Saturday.
Yeah. You do it.
But yeah, 6 days after. So yeah, that is an end to Premier League predictions. It's Gameweek 32. 6 more after this. No FPL for this week. Apologies. We're just recording a bit in advance, and I'm not going to do my team till like Thursday or Friday. So yeah, apologies for that, guys. But yeah, that is all for Premier League predictions. If you have enjoyed, make sure to leave a like and comment down below all your predictions if you want to, or comment anything really. All our content next week is going to be pre-recorded, unfortunately, because we are away. Make sure to do that. Make sure to enjoy that. We've got some good stuff coming. And then once we're back, we'll be back with the live streams. There'll be absolute vibes as we get to the conclusion of the Premier League. We get to finals of the Champions League, Europa League, Europa Conference League.
Woo.
Whatever. UEFA Conference League, sorry. FA Cup final. And yeah, all of that. So that should be good. We've got a big end to April and all of May to enjoy. So yes, thank you very much for watching. See you next time.
See ya.